Hello everyone, thank you so much for checking out Attack Power Gaming. Today we continue the Division 3 finals game of Steel Division 2 with Mimile versus Homayoun. If you enjoyed this content, hit that like button, subscribe, and consider supporting on Patreon. It really helps the channel out and you get better at Steel Division 2. Let's dive right in. So here we are in Game 3 of the Season 8 Division 3 final between Mimile and Homayoun. On the left over here, we have Mimile on the 28th Jager on Maverick, so he's finally broken his Juggernaut trend. Thank goodness for that. Very strong division. Great units, all very efficient. The units aren't like overwhelming individually, but they're so cheap and efficient that they can end up really strong. There's not a lot of things missing out of this division. And on the right over here, we have Homayoun on the 97th Strelki, the terror off-map division of the game. So in we go, an early P39 Cobra. This is definitely an interesting early call-in. Big forces up north, as always, because controlling this middle section is usually quite key to the game. Although Mimile going pretty heavy down south, with Homayoun very much not. It's going to be interesting to see how Mimile plays this Maverick income, because we've only seen him play Juggernaut up to this point, and he appears to play slightly less aggressive incomes. Obviously Juggernaut is very much less aggressive. Not sure what the point of this P39Q. I guess maybe Homayoun expected some sort of off-map. I think Jager, 28th Jager, has some sort of airplane off-map, so he probably was expecting that out of Homayoun, out of Mimile, because he's very well known for that. Up north, we have the engagement that everyone expects in this map. Not a huge commitment though by Mimile here. Definitely going to lose out. Those Jagers obviously easily getting pinned down, and the rest of them as well from this OB25. Falls back pretty immediately. BMW goes down. Flammenwerfer. OB25 now taking pot shots at the remaining units. Pack 38 though falling off the hill, and Mimile looks like he's kind of giving up this hill here. Homayoun taking an early 13-11. Down south, though, the Jagers have captured this flag in the town, so kind of makes up for it. So far, he's down this flag and this flag, though this one is very tenuous at best. That sharpshooter still on the hill now, taking the brunt of all these forces. IS-1 Komroti, and this is a house. This is definitely too big for this Pack 38 to take out. 160 millimeters of armor? Yes. So this Pack, even with his APCR, will not penetrate that. Stug 3, same problem. Will not really penetrate that from the front. Jager is very good at CQC, but not good enough to be Tanko Desanikis. But the Jagers have a nice line here. Jagerfeuer pumping these guys up. Double vet Sturmjagers. If they get in range with their MP44s, it's a lot of damage output. But this T-34 in a great supporting position. Tankos finish off those Jager. He has recaptured this, bringing it back to 12-12. So Mimile's missing this flag, and Homayoun's missing this flag. Although, right here, these Tankos, one man remains. This IG-33 in a very interesting position, actually able to cover down this road in the town. That's definitely haven't seen that before. Jager's taking on these Ognomachikis. They should be able to win. With 7 MP40s, I would hope they could kill this single Ognomachiki squad. But it is not happening yet. You've got to be kidding me. No. Oh my... What? Okay. I don't remember my Flamer squads doing that well. Stug 3 versus T-34 bounces that shot. Wow. I wish I got this lucky with this stuff. Stug 3 taking out the armor, and this is a huge swing. Without that armor, there's not actually a lot here. These M2A1 half-tracks are definitely one of the most important things for Homayoun to hold this area, because he can easily swing these little infantry fights with them. But now with the Stug 3 around, Gavardi DP, that PTRD putting a shot on, does look like it penetrated, but doesn't do very much damage. And from the front, it will not penetrate. Not sure what this Stug 3 is doing. Oh, it's backing up. Oh, not sure why he's running away from that. He's very safe. Up north, Stug 3 taking on T-34 again. Gets another bounce. Wow, Stug 3 is overperforming right now. Mimile has given up this hill. Very odd to see. But maybe it's the right play, instead of trying to overcommit to try to get all this stuff back. Still trying to make a play for this hill, though. Stug 3 in a nice position. Still going to have trouble with that IS-1. If we can get some side shots, it absolutely can penetrate, but that's asking a lot. Unless Homayoun gets too aggressive here with this IS-1, although it might have spotted it. Oh, what's it aiming at? Down this hill, I assume? Not sure what it's going for. SG-43 taking on this Jager here. Jager obviously totally out of range. Jager, though, in position for this T-34-76. Let's see what this thing's firing at. Oh, just some infantry on this hill. Okay, makes a little more sense. Down south, Jagers and Jagers pushing forward. Tankos go down here. Jagers, the amount of damage these guys output. When you catch units out with these Jagers, MP-44s are so deadly then. They're not that deadly any other time, but then they are. HS-129, this is the most important tool for taking this IS-1 out, and it loses sight. No! No! Oh, the disappointment. Did get a pen, so he just needs one lucky penetration on this IS-1, and it will go down. This is definitely the biggest problem right now. 37 mil now in position, though, to now hold this off in a more permanent way. Infantry down here, obviously going towards the Jagers. Nice, very chunky force here, but of course 97th with his off-map. A good off-map placement here would be absolutely devastating. T-34-76s, though, trying to hold the line. These Stug 3s have really performed well against them, though. T-34 in position here. Jager, oh, it just needs to pop out. It just needs to pop out. Oh. Go, you don't need God Vision to know this. You see it shooting your troops right now. Where's Mimile looking? I'm assuming down in the town. If he doesn't pop this out, he's missing a massive opportunity. I don't want to come off this because then he'll move. The second I look away, he'll move. Down south. Jaeger's not great at this range. This is not really where you want them to be fighting. Jager's, though, gonna melt this Ognamashiki. Easy kill there. Stug 3 moving forward to engage this T-34. He sees it, but it's too late to get away. Stug 3 will pen every time at this range. Should be almost a near 100% penetration. Does get out of line of sight, though, for the second shot, so it's going to stick around for now. Jager still has not moved. Just totally missed this P2 here. Focke-Wulf's going to fly right over this 37 mil. If there was any chance of it dying, this would be it. It literally flew over this thing. These Focke-Wulfs so resilient, though. It is smoking. Every time. Every time I pucker up. Jager getting caught out by these DPs. Even the DPs can chunk those. Alright, come on, Mimile. Now you're just starting to annoy me. There we go. Let's go. Oh, immediately spotted by this SG-43. He deserves this. He had so many opportunities to kill this earlier and just did not notice it. I hate to say that because obviously you're microing, you're doing a lot of crap. Looks like 2 T-34s did take out that Stug. Yep, there it is. Big loss for Mimile there. Because now these T-34s have total armor dominance. Jager trying to chase this T-34 down. It looks like Homayoun stopped paying attention to it. Oh, nope, just kidding. He did not. Ooh, we have some artillery. I will say, 28th Jager artillery, this is one of the only, like, weaknesses. Their, like, actual howitzers kind of suck. These are not very good howitzers. I'm kind of surprised to see them in. 2 of them, though, should do alright. IS-1 takes out that transport. Probably an MG-42, I'd assume. On the flip side, the 28th Jager does have a bunch of Nebelwerfers, and that definitely makes up for these crappy howitzers. But I'd be calling those in over these any day. Double Jager, well, Jager is basically dead, but it does still supply its machine gun, though. That's kind of what you need. It does go down. Homayoun not in a great position, though, in this town. These T-34s are basically all that's really holding it off. Jager died to all these troops. Unfortunate there. Jager's, though, definitely can dominate this little open range here that these troops have no chance of moving forward. That's until this M2A1 gets there and can start bullying some of those troops. P-39 ground strafing does do alright with that because it does have a 37 mil on it. So it definitely can do some damage. A lot of these infantry have taken a lot of damage, though. Oh, Stug 3 finally in to take out that T-34. Big kill there. Very necessary. This Stug 3 can 100% get a side shot here. Oh! I'm not sure what was in that horse, but that's another loss there. The artillery has a chance of taking this out, especially in its weakened state. Gavardia getting a little bit too frisky here. Going down to this Stug 3. IS-1 now seeing that Stug 3, unfortunately, so the chance of flanking now currently gone. Does retake this flag, though. Very impressive that I was able to take. I guess that M2A1 just got way too aggressive. It did. Look how close that got. Not necessary at all. Town's still pretty firmly in control. The nice thing with Jaegers, all your infantry have some sort of AT on them, so you can't just, like, bumble about with your tanks. Jaeger's making a dash. Oh, doesn't need to. Stug 3 takes that out. P-39 blind strafing. Totally failing. IS-1 forced to fall back from that artillery. Presenting some pretty big side armor again. If that Stug 3 popped forward, it would have the shot. Obviously, Mimile, though, does not know that. He might have known it when it was on the hill, though. That he might have known then. Flak 43 coming in. One of the other nice things about Jager, they don't have a ton of AA, but the AA they do have is excellent. In Flak 43s and some SDKFZ71s, which are now fabulous since, you know, the recent Flakvilling buffs. Mimile looking a little thin down south, though, all of a sudden. These infantry don't represent much. Basically just a machine gun at this point. Just a light machine gun. These 105s, I don't think they've really killed anything, but they've certainly just been an annoyance, to be sure. Forcing off this SG-43 now. We are in B phase, so both players getting all their income, and we can see Mimile no longer has that massive income disadvantage, so performing quite well. Jaeger surrenders, I would assume some infantry there. Or maybe it was one of these infantry, one of the Jaegers surrendering. P-39 still just kind of floating about. Well, the 105s are neither accurate nor fast-firing, which means they really don't check any boxes. They do have radio. I mean, that's the only plus of them. But there's no one here to give any radio. Down south here, Mimile continues to try to poke and prod and push Homayoun out of the town here. It would be a huge push out. We finally have some more Jaegers coming in. Seems like some very light call-ins. Based on the fact we're in Phase B, they're both getting 170 points of income. 37 mil does take a hit from these 105s. That was finally a nice shot there. Big call-in from Homayoun here. Oh, there's where all the points went. Focke-Wulf recon. Here comes a P2. Gavardia pinning this Sturmjäger down. P2 is just so obnoxious. Focke-Wulf, where is it going? Why you do this? P2, what? I think that thing actually tried to line up on this HS-129. T-3485, though, getting targeted, goes down. Big kill there. These T-3485s are very effective and can absolutely brawl with Stugs very effectively. This Focke-Wulf should be able to easily get him back. I don't know why he did not retreat this the first opportunity he got. Focke-Wulf on it should easily take that down, and it does. It's a big loss. These PE-2s just extremely effective. And losing that for really no reason at all. HS-129 still floating about. Not sure what it's looking for here. 12-12 still. That loss of that tank was a big loss. Kind of opens us up. I think that T-3485 took out that Stug. Oh, no, the Stug came down here. Stug 3 on that hill came down. 37 mil does deploy. HS-129 does not get a second strike on that. We do see the 152. Here comes the off map. Focke-Wulf. Oh, going for the run. Going for the... Oh! What? Oh, what a cheeky Focke-Wulf. Oh, no, the recon's on the P-39. Does take out that HS-129, though. That's a big loss. The thing... Oh, my God, I'd be raging. Oh, what a screw from Mimile. Oh, that was dirty. And then that was just bad luck. Pure and simple. This 37 mil holding on for dear life. Focke-Wulf can't get on the back of that thing. Focke-Wulf 190 recon coming to get it. This is some fun air here. Focke-Wulf doesn't really... has a couple machine guns. Not going to do much damage. Here comes the off map. 152. Let the baloney begin. Off map is crap. I'm never going to change my tune. I don't care what you say. Off map is crap. Nothing will change my mind. Jager gets in range, puts that Panzerschreck on target, takes out that T-34, pushes Homayoun all the way out. Focke-Wulf getting frisky again. Does not care about this 37. What a kill! These things are so deadly. One vet here. The one vet makes them a little bit more resistant to AA. And that's all you need for these things to just pile on into an AA piece. And we have a huge break in the south here from Mimile. Up north, Homayoun has captured this flag and of course has still held this one quite tight. So balancing that out currently. But I would say Homayoun holding on by a thread down here in the town. Once you're pushed out of this town, it really does suck getting back into it. Big push by some Sapperty, but they have a very significant, cover disadvantage. And at this range, Sturmjägers actually get to use their MP44s, which makes them extremely deadly, especially at 3-vet. Finally, have a Batterieführer moving in here, which means these 105s as well actually get a little bit of radio depending on where they're firing. Stug 3 taking on, that T-3045 gets a clean penetration there. Oh my. That was very nice. Causes a ton of suppression, making this T-3045 very inaccurate. Causing many more misses. Finally backs off that losing fight there. Stug 3 is overperforming here today for Mimile. Jager. Surprisingly, Vardy fell back, honestly. Vardy to PK go down to these Sturmjägers. T-3485 very exposed. Stug 3 gets an eyeball on it. Not a good range. Stug 3 can very easily pen at this range. And with the double vet, oh no, and he left the APCR on. Oh! Another huge kill by another Stug 3. Wow. Man, I gotta get Mimile to teach me how to use these things, because mine suck. I'm gonna assume it's just me. I'm gonna assume it's just me, but man, they've been bouncing shells, landed hits, doing the pens. Oy. Oy vey. Jager's not in a good spot here. But with the support of the Stug, what does it matter? Strafnigi should get overwhelmed. Oh wait, Stug retargeting. It would have been, no, unretargeted. Triple DP out of the Strafnigi. This is obviously the range you want them to fight at, but against, this much cover differential, not great. And the wall of Sturmjägers forces forward. They're going to capture this flag, and it looks like Mimile have finally taken advantage here. Homayoun having held most of the advantage of this game. We're coming 3 minutes left of the B phase income. And then from there, it's essentially a grind. Whatever they have left on board, and then the trickle of troops they get from there is what you got left. Another off map. These are big investments. These are 120 points. These are big investments from Homayoun. He's got to take some territory back, but truthfully, it is the best chance he has of getting back into the town. Another HS-129, the heavy version. Focke-Wulf, though, veering off, tried to take off this P2 here. Going for that PAC-38? Yep, and it kills it, because these things kill all the time. HS-129 does get forced off here. Another Focke-Wulf coming in. This Air Force building up. This is something you can do with 28th. Oh, they're both... Oh, no. Oh, no. Another strafe on the 37. Does make it out alive, but 1 health needs 1 more hit, basically. This is one thing you can do with 28th is build up a huge force of Focke-Wulfs and just harass the enemy. The second HS-129 goes down there. That should be the second. Like, there should be no more. The heavy one comes in at a bad vet curve of 124. Cobra goes down, though. Another big loss from Homayoun. These trades are not looking wonderful for him. Mimile finally picking up that 1311. 105s, I'm assuming they're going for the 152, hoping to get a lucky shot. All you gotta do is get 1 hit on it. It does die. Focke-Wulf's coming in, though, for the Maxim. I thought maybe for the 152 again. 37 mil back online. Not doing a ton of damage because of the high suppression. MG42 taking on this SG43. IS-1 catches this Sturmjäger trying to sneak around. Really nothing left on this hill, though. MG42 wins the day. IS-1, the damaged one from forever ago, the only thing left. PAC-40 taking on some of these infantry on the hill. Huge, massive infantry here. This is where an off-map would probably be best. The problem is he's calling these off-map. He's got nothing to follow it up with. He's calling in T-34s instead of infantry to get back into this town. So even if this off-map does, you know, some significant damage, which, I mean, it will catch a couple infantry here, it's not gonna do much at the end of the day if you can't get back into the town. Here it goes. I'm not even gonna watch it intently because there's not a ton there. He'll force a couple of these infantry off, but that's about it. These Strafniki will get caught up with these Jagers. This Pack 40, all it needs to do is sneak out a bit, and it's got great eyes on this T-30-45. These infantry, ooh, but the Sapody getting in close, getting their grenades off. This is not where you want Sturmjägers really tight like this. They should dominate these Strafniki at this range. But that Sapody, definitely dangerous. Battery Führer, he needs to kill it before it reloads. Oh no. Oh, he needs to kill that Sapody. Oh, and he does. And the 3-star Sturmjäger should be able to easily overwhelm that Strafniki. Big win there. T-34-85 laying some fire down here. This Radzvet Dozor here, supplying much needed sight, but this Pack 40 catches it out. Looks like it's going to kill it, and that's actually going to be a big loss. It's going to lose sight. The next 152 bombardment coming in, another PE2. We are now into C phase, though. These expensive units will not be able to flow so easily anymore. 37 mil. Gonna lay down some fire in this Focke-Wulf. Focke-Wulf too high to really change its direction here, and these PE2s just too fast to catch right now. Finally, Mimile pushes Homayoun off of this hill here, recapturing this, bring it back to the 1311. And now begins the grind, and I have to say, from a quick gander at the board, Homayoun looking a little bit behind. Just not a lot of troops. If you look, there's like no infantry. He's got a couple T-34-85s, IS-1. These Sapardies are going to die. And that's it. He doesn't really have anything else. One squad of Strafniki, a couple OB-25s, which can be killed at kind of his leisure, Mimile's leisure here with the IG-33. Here it comes. He'll be able to just basically press the delete button on each one of these. He just needs that IG-33 to actually land some hits. Sometimes these things are absolutely nasty, and sometimes they can't hit the broadside of a barn. Oh no, here comes the rocket arty. I'm shocked that Homayoun decided this is what he was going to do with the last of his B-phase Maverick income. These things being quite, once again, 120 points, not cheap. And there it is. This will basically erase everything in this area. Stug 3 falling back. I'm not sure if that's because he's trying to avoid the T-30-45 or because he saw the 132 come in. T-30-45 taking up this very popular position on this hill. It looks like just out of range of that Pack 40. Couple meters at best. Artillery trying to take out what I would assume would be the 37 mil. Strafniki goes down and there's just nothing down here anymore. Some Sapody coming in. We have a couple Maxims that I assume are trying to do an infantry impression. Oh no, it looks like those are going for this. That was some heavier artillery. What is that? Oh, we have a 150 here. A very effective piece of artillery. And there it is. Immediately takes out 2 units. Will likely take out the rest. Does save this flak-filling, though. This is very expensive. This would have been a huge loss to lose that, but lucky for Mimile, he just happened to not be in there. If he had been, it would have died. It has, like, no armor. It dies to basically anything. And, yeah, that is erased. But he left these infantry on the edge of the town. Meaning that the town will stay firmly in Mimile's grasp for the time being. Pack 40, taking out some of these Strafnikis. 105 is being used the whole game. I don't know what they've really killed. I think a 37 mil. I think they did manage to take out that AA piece here. And of course, supplying some annoying fire down here. Truth is, the real damage will come from this 150. Sturmjägers, they will be eliminated quite easily there. Didn't lose any transports, though. And the thing is, too, here, this is where 28th can really shine because its Jaegers are 20 points. So even though you're only getting 80 points a tick, he can call in 4 squads of infantry, while Homayoun, with his Sapides, can really only call in 3. And that's for as long as the Sapides hold out. Oops, sorry for that. Bumped my mic there. Sure, there was a big bang. Pack 40, firing at T-3045, could definitely not be using not APCR, but APCR will work. Oh, nope, he did turn it off. There we go. Gets a pen. Homayoun backing up, though, in time. Yeah, things not looking great for Homayoun. He's down to 13 low. I know it doesn't sound like a big, flag number to be down, but the fact is, like, getting back into the game with Maverick and Phase C is just extremely challenging, especially when you have the less efficient division. 28th is definitely more points efficient than 97th, with 97th relying on heavier armor and more expensive infantry. OB-25 is going down to the Stug 3 here. T-3045, I assume, moving up to try to challenge that, contest that Stug 3. But with the sight damage, it doesn't see it. OB-25 is continuing to take damage. Flakverling trying to stop this P2, and it doesn't fail. Might kill it, though. I mean, these are still quite deadly, despite the small nerfs to the buff. Luckily, oh, it does take it down. Look at that. Good for that Flakverling. Oh, no, the 37 revealed itself. Those Focke-Wulfs swinging around. Oh, no, they're going for the OB-25, it appears. Mimile changing his mind again. Here comes that recon, though. He needs the recon to spot the 37. Another P2 up north, though, flying over the Flak 43, a very dangerous place to be. Oh, darting down back here. Focke-Wulf takes out the 37 mil. This is a loss Homayoun cannot sustain. He needs it. Focke-Wulf trying to take down this P2. Will it catch it in time? He will not. So now, Mimile is free to do whatever he wants with his Focke-Wulfs, and this is a horrible spot to be. Lost this tank on the hill to the HS-129. I guess he called in 2 cards of these. Otherwise, he shouldn't have had this many of them. 152 goes down. I think it fired all its shots, so that's not like a huge kill. But T-34, ooh, gets lucky, bounces, but is still in sight. Oh, no. Oh, and down it goes. And once again, Homayoun really doesn't have any infantry, so this line just crumbles. Mimile with a 15-9 here finally. And Homayoun throws in the towel, seeing the writing on the wall. There's really no way to crawl back into the game with Maverick at that point. You're kind of just, you're just kind of screwed. So Homayoun accepts that, and we can see the difference here. 3,080 kills to 1,765 kills at Homayoun. Not a great game for him. Definitely trades did not go his way. The efficiency of 28th just really overwhelming him. That Air Force really crushing him. IS-1 did awesome work. It usually does. It's really hard to kill that. Gavardi DP doing some nice work there as well. There's that Riverboat 122-32. It looks like it did a lot of work, but it really didn't. Killed a little less than 100 points of troops and did not get any territory. On the other hand, just, whoa, look at all the kills out of these infantry. Little too aggressive, these M2A1s. They could have really helped out, and he let them die to Jaegers. Stug 3s. My goodness. I don't know if I've ever seen Stug 3s perform so well. I need to learn the secrets here. Focke-Wulf's doing tons of work. Not just killing planes, killing ground stuff. Yeah, so just great play out of Mimile there. Homayoun not able to hold the key spot. That was very impressive, too, because Mimile just ignored the top hill, which is usually a main fighting point. Said, forget it, and just pushed in the town, and that really paid off for him. So, very nice play there. So that game 3 goes to Mimile, so it's currently 2-1 in Mimile's favor. We have game 4 coming. If you guys enjoyed that, please make that like button light up with fireworks. Hit that subscribe button for more Steel Division 2 content. Consider supporting on Patreon. It really helps out a lot. And thank you for watching all the way to the end. You're a true hero and champion. You're a champion and a scholar, sir. Thank you for your support of the channel, and have a fantastic day.